am Rico Bolford, and this is Uncut News. And just as I expected, an investigation into the recent fire at Nigel Hughes' Midtown Hotel, Restaurant and Bar revealed that it was deliberately set. Oh my gosh, how shocking. Anyway, Fire Chief Marlon Gentle said the fire was started on the top floor of the building after someone set fire to a mattress, and the investigation has since been turned over to the police to investigate. On the day in question, firefighters quickly ran to the scene and were able to stop the blaze before it was able to spread throughout the rest of the building. Last week, police detained 8 suspects in connection with the robbery of Marcus Bisram. Among the 8 was an ex-cop who does security for him. All 8 of the men have since been released, as there was allegedly insufficient evidence to pin them to the crime. They said they will leave no stone unturned in the investigation, they being the police. But if you ask me, I'm sure they've already spent out the money and run to Suriname. And by they, I mean the criminals. Speaking of cutting and running to Suriname, has anyone heard from Arlen Primo? The police are looking for the persons who sloshed the tires on one of their trucks while ranks tried to break up a huge party at Den Amstel early Sunday morning. According to police, at least 350 persons were in the part. Wait, 350 persons? Oh shoot, that sounds like they just want the Rona. Anyway, while the ranks were breaking up the huge disease-spreading party, everyone fled. However, they did manage to arrest 33-year-old Shalon Payne Lewis, 19-year-old Quincy Light, and 23-year-old Wayne Bess. But to our knowledge, neither of them were the ones who sloshed the tires. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2014 Toyota Premio with steering controls, TV, navigation stereo, crystal lights, mag rims, fog lamps, and much more. This car is almost brand new and has less than 12,000 kilometers on it. Pay cash for $3.775 million, or pay down as low as $760,000 with $74,000 monthly, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Pizza Row Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet deal. On Saturday, police busted 2 persons with some weed and a gun. According to the cops, the contraband was found during a cordon search exercise in Clonbrook, East Coast Demerara. During the exercise, they found a 9mm pistol and 7.15 kilos of Selasii's best. A 33-year-old and a 35-year-old are currently in police custody. Police are also currently trying to figure out how the body of 52-year-old Chubby Lal Kumar of New Area Canefield, East Kanji, ended up in a trench at Number 5 Village. Reports are that the former plumber went missing on Sunday. They fished the poor fella out of the trench at around 7:30 this morning. There were no marks of violence on his body. Nevertheless, an investigation is ongoing. But what I must ask is, what's up with all these old men getting drunk and drowning in trenches? On Monday, 59-year-old Dennis Brewster of 116 Victory Valley, Linden was charged for the possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. Brewster was arrested during a raid at his house on Saturday. 2 large shopping bags of cannabis was uncovered during the operation. These suspected narcotics weighed 27 pounds. Brewster was remanded to jail until January 11th, 2021. Check out Cellular Plus and get 50% off this DL3 Pro with a 5.5-inch screen, 32GB storage, and a 5-megapixel camera. Take advantage of this special Christmas offer and get a 30-day Prime Bundle plan with your purchase. Get it now at Cellular Plus for $12,000. On Thursday, Trump blacklisted state-run oil company China National Offshore Oil Corporation. CNOOC, as it's also known, is China's largest liquid natural gas importer and has holdings overseas, including its 25% stake in the Starbuck block. Trump's executive order bars Americans from investing in the company, effective January 11th, just days before U.S. President-elect Joe Biden is expected to be inaugurated. While the news has affected the stock price for CNOOC, we are still unsure whether the move will negatively affect the development of the Starbuck block. It's now time for today's Rona Report. Today, the nation recorded 32 new cases. The total number of deaths now stands at 154. There are now 4 persons in the ICU and 720 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the country is now 5,697. So, please, people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds, and remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. Nicolas Maduro's political alliance claimed a sweeping victory Monday in congressional elections, boycotted by the most influential opposition politicians and widely criticized internationally as being fraudulent. Maduro's United Socialist Party of Venezuela and allied parties captured 67% of the seats in the National Assembly. However, turnout was abysmally low, with just 31% of the 20 million registered voters participating in the election. But I'm not surprised because I'm pretty sure about half of them are over there in Region 1. We are now in the height of robbery season. If I were you, I would consider getting security for the home of business. I personally recommend Chef Security Service. I find that they are the most professional, with well-trained armed or unarmed guards. Get some security this Christmas, people. If your internet wasn't working this morning, don't worry, it's not because you didn't pay your bill, it's actually due to an outage that affected thousands throughout the Caribbean. Islands, including Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, and St. Vincent, have been experiencing issues since this morning. Internet provider Flow said its customers could experience problems for the next several days as it tries to resolve the issue, expecting it to take up until Thursday before everything's back to normal. Fortunately for us, GTT has already resolved the issue on our side. Whatever that issue is, I really didn't feel like looking deeper into it, but if you really want to, you can go and look it up. And now for our weird news story of the day. Fellas, if you hate wearing your mask before you leave the house, just know that one doctor's warning you that even if you do survive the Rona, your willy might not. Dr. Dina Grayson, an expert on infectious diseases, has said that the deadly virus could leave some men with erectile dysfunction, thus impacting your performance in the bedroom long after the virus has passed through your body. She said the virus often attacks the vascular system and various other tissues of the body, affecting blood flow, and of course, if blood can't circulate in the body, then your soldier can't stand at attention. Fortunately, it hasn't affected all men, but who really wants to be the poor sap who does get it? Moving on to our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments, and we will read the best ones in the following episode. Friday's question was, how do you feel about the whole Gary Best case? Adam Passard said, this magistrate is definitely under the influence of something when this ruling was handed down. This ruling is worse than the accident. Oh my, that's terrible because someone actually died in the accident. Burnham, back from the grave and here commenting, Burnham said, Rum Boogie, Gary Best committed a vehicular homicide and paid bribe to the magistrate to dismiss the charges. On the other hand, Guyanese blogger Ard continues to endorse TIH and DDL rum. In addition, you and I know rum drinking is the leading cause of not only fatal road accidents, but wife beating and femicide and a host of other social issues. Exactly, I say ban it all, it's terrible. And finally, Half 100 Man says, double punishment for the cyclist family. My thoughts are with you guys. Indeed, indeed. Now, before we get to tonight's question, I have to tell you to brighten up the holiday season and decorate your homes with new stock of Vinylay, carpet, rubber towel, leatherette, glassware, doilies, table plastic, rugs, and Roll and Runner easy-to-clean carpet. Available in many colors, patterns, and designs to choose from. Beat the rush and enjoy the glorious days of shopping at Ravina's and Anand's. Ravina's and Anand's have unbeatable prices. For fast and comfortable shopping, visit them at Ravina's at 17A Water Street or Anand's at 108 Regent Street, or call them on telephone number 225-6595. So for tonight's question, what do you think about the fire at the Midtown Hotel? Possible insurance fraud, or does someone have a beef with Hughes? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Tuesday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Noriko Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.